Thank you so much for joining me here today, Alyssa Arundell, for our May 2020 tarot card reading. I'm really honoured that you're spending your time with me here today, and for this month's reading, in ordinary circumstances, I'd like us to delve more into our relationships, into our finance, into our career. But the current climate really is dictating a lot of decisions we can make and a lot of things that we can do, and so because of this coronavirus, I thought that this month we could look more into our internal being and more about our spiritual path, more about our self-development. And that might sound a little bit boring to some of us, but really that inner journey, that inner dialogue is really going to help us navigate forwards in our lives. And so that is the intention that I'm putting onto the cards for this month. So without further ado, let's get into this month's reading to see what it holds for you. Hello Libra, and thank you so much for joining me for your tarot reading for the month of May 2020. Let's have a look at what's going on in your current circumstance, Libra. The first card that comes up for you here is the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is very much about our maternal instincts. It's about kindness. It's about giving and receiving. It's about being fruitful. And I feel like perhaps this is what you're being asked to be almost at the moment. Perhaps you're having to be a mother or father hen to those around you. Particularly if people are having struggles or problems, you may be like the agony aunt that people go to. The thing that is blocking you here at the moment, though, is the Seven of Pentacles. When this card appears, it's a card of planting seeds for growth. Usually this is financial. It also means that we have to be patient in terms of our finances. So maybe people are coming to you for aid or assistance and you just can't help them out at the moment. Or perhaps you're waiting for your ship to come in some way. And the things that you want to do, like maybe you want to do some home renovations or make your surrounding situation feel comfortable and nice, and you just can't quite do it at the moment because you planted the seeds but they're not yet ready to be harvested, and so therefore you don't have the resources. The card here that is sort of grounding you at the moment, this is what your life is built upon. You have the Devil card. When the Devil makes an appearance, it's usually telling us that we are linked or attached to something that isn't good for us, something that's toxic in some way. Usually this can represent a relationship. It doesn't just have to be a romantic relationship. It could be friendships or something with family. It could also be addiction. So Libra, what is it that is, making you feel trapped at the moment? What is it that you're feeling that you can't quite escape? These are some questions to ask yourself. In the past here, we have the Ten of Cups, though. So this is very much to do with family, very much to do with home. It's quite a happy card in a lot of ways. It can represent a lot of harmonious energy. But this coming up in a past card, it could be that you're having some nostalgia or looking at the past with sort of rose-tinted glasses, which we can all do. A lot of us, we see our pasts sometimes as painful, but sometimes the joyful things in life, we kind of think, oh, I wish I could go back to that time in my life. But we're always moving forwards, Libra. The card that is spiritually crowning you here is the Three of Cups. The Three of Cups ordinarily would represent a celebration of some kind or a gathering. This could be christenings, weddings, births. Obviously, within the current climate, it could be that you can't attend these things, or perhaps some plans have changed. In a spiritual context, though, I feel it is about community, reaching out to people for support around you. This could be three people in particular. I feel like they could help you with this situation that you're feeling trapped in. One of the best things we can do if we are struggling to make decisions is reach out for help. Sometimes vocalizing what we're struggling with can really help us. Your immediate future here, Libra, though, is the World. This is a fantastic card to come up in your immediate future. This is very much about chapters closing and a new one beginning. It's the very last card in the Major Arcana series, which means that you've completed a cycle of some kind. Often it's a spiritual cycle. Often this is some kind of awareness or enlightenment that you've gained from your past challenges. This is an extraordinary card to come up in your immediate future, because it does mean that there is some fresh hope on the horizon. Let's have a look at your state of mind here, Libra. We have the Two of Wands. This is to do with partnerships, usually creative partnerships. So it could be to do with business ideas. If this isn't to do with a particular your career path that you're thinking about, if it's more to do with your spiritual inner being, this card is saying that you want something new to happen. You know, you want this energy to come in and take you to a new horizon. I think there will be one other person that can help you on this journey. They may well be a fire sign, Libra. This could well be the person that you talk to for some advice. Your outside influence here is the Hermit. So as an outside influence, you know, the Hermit is twofold. He could be asking us to spend some time alone. That might sound strange if we're in isolation and we are already alone. It could be that this alone time has been forced upon you in some way. But actually, I think from a spiritual viewpoint, this could do a lot of good. It's also saying that you're a leader in some way. You know, people follow you and listen to what you say. And I think, you know, especially with this toxic relationship, whether it's, you know, family relationships, like we said, it will be different for every single one of you, because this is a general reading. But I think breaking away from that and going at it alone could actually really prove beneficial. You don't have to make any massive life-changing decisions right now. I think you have a bit of space to breathe, but I do think that in order for you to have the life that is what you want, the fruitfulness of this Queen of Cups that came up in your present, then some time alone is really going to be helpful for you figuring out what to do. Your hopes and fears here, Libra, is justice. If somebody wronged you in some way and you feel like you want karma to come back, sometimes it may seem that karma isn't working, but it works in its own mysterious way. This idea of cause and effect. When justice makes an appearance, it can mean that karma does come around. And I think as a hope for you, you're hoping that whatever pain and suffering you've been through, that there is some justice for that in some way. It could be legal matters in a very direct sense, or it could be more emotional karma and justice. And I really do think that this is something that you can look forward to. I think that might sound like a strange way to say it, but I think that this could really be the end of a chapter closing for you, and you get the you know, closure, the compensation that you need. Your final card here, which is the outcome card, is the King of Wands. You're really coming into your own when this card appears. It's about creativity. It's about being authoritative. It's about being respected and listened to. And I think that this journey that you've gone on, it's kind of like you have been, you know, maybe in the past you've been taken for granted, or you've been walked over in some way. But what this outcome card is telling you is that making this clean break away from those things that have been dragging you down is going to give you a really new a new lease of life and a sense of amazing self-worth. Thank you so much again for joining me here today for your monthly reading. I'm really honoured that you spent the time with me. If you would, again, like to check out your free 3-card tarot reading, you can find the information in the description box beneath this video, as well as your own one-to-one personal reading with myself or even with Patrick. So until we speak again next month, I'm sending you many blessings and keep safe and well. Alyssa.